million, which we didn't have in there.
That's right.
Now, I'm not telling you to put it in there or don't put it in there. What I'm asking you, pleading with you is, give us the funding that we need so that we don't have to have a bridge loan and do a repeat of this the whole time. Please don't make what I'm saying say something it's not. I don't know how to make it any clearer than that. Thank you.
Mayor, the superintendent is correct. If they did not request it, it should be removed.
Just for clarity, the original budget submitted by the schools that is in your budget notebook included a $1 million revenue anticipation note proceeds. It was not removed in the amendment last week. It wasn't added.
We didn't know that. No, we did not.
You know for a fact
It wasn't in the
budget
budget.
that our Board of Education approved on June the 1st of this year had no provision for a bridge loan. You're talking about the original budget that was first brought forward, and you know very well that on May 29th, that proposal was made to amend that budget, and on June the 1st of this year, our Board of Education approved a budget and forwarded it as required by law to this funding body that had no provisions for a bridge loan. Now, if you say otherwise, we're going to have to go back and do some fact checking. That is a fact.
Right.
Dr. Roper, I don't wish to debate with you. I just want to clarify that what was in the budget notebook provided to the Board of Aldermen did include a bridge loan based on what was submitted before that notebook was prepared. And the only changes that have been made were what the board did vote for.
Just table it.
Again, Mayor, the superintendent has said that the board has not approved, as I understand it, $1 million bridge. It's not in the requested budget, so therefore, I recommend you remove it. And if they want to come back later, that's their option. You can only vote up or down what they submitted. That's the law.
Mayor, I would suggest that we make the total amount on page 1 be $23,070,649 based on Dr. Roper's remarks just then, which would be his $24,170,649 less $1,006,000 that is his number in the budget, and then adding back the $500,000 that the board has presently approved. If you want to amend it from that, that's your choice, but that would be what's consistent with what we have in the rest of the budget document.
How much was that, 23,070?
23,070,649.
John, did we not amend last week based on Alderman McGee's motion to add another 230 plus to the 500,000?
33.
If you look on,
I'm just asking, yes or no?
we did, yes.
Okay.
And that number, though, is not a direct appropriation to the schools. It is the city paying directly the payment to Shelby County Schools.
Yes.
And that is shown on page 1 of 3 of the attachment to the ordinance that you had in your packet as account number 606, debt payment to Shelby County Schools. I don't know what the minor difference in the dollar amounts are. I have no idea. Between it's like 16,929, and why that difference is, I don't know. I don't know. But based on the numbers Dr. Roper just shared, that's the number we need approved to fund $500,000. Yes.
think we're found off.
people,
Because they broke the law.
and they don't know it.
They broke the law. They better go ahead and approve what he asked for.
Unless the board just agrees to it.
Board agrees to the 23070649. Ask if I have an opinion yet.
So we're voting to amend the budget.
Well, we're looking to change this number on
Yes.
this ordinance to 23070649, which is what?
This is not the vote to approve, correct?
No, this is just to change the number.
This is the change.
Just making sure I know what I'm voting on.
Okay, so all in favor? All opposed?
No.
Okay. So remember now it's 23070649 on this, so now the ordinance 2000. Now, this is the amendment to the budget, so as amended.
So the school budget just got lowered.
Huh?
School budget just got lowered by $1 million.
So
I
now
don't
we're back
know
to
what it is.
That's what just happened.
We're still having discussion.
I don't know.
I would like to make a motion that we use 70% of last year's 5-cent sales tax revenue, that be the figure that we apply or give to the schools for their operating budget this year. And we multiply 1 point, whatever that figure was, times 0.7. That doesn't get us to 100%, but it is a compromise. I did my little simple math, it's a little over $910,000. What is it, Mr. Trustee?
What,
70% of last year's sales tax, 0.5 cents.
when you're saying last year, you're talking about fiscal 15 that we're in?
And we're just, yes.
Okay. If we use the forecasted amount, that would give you $1,024,106.
That sounds better. Let's use that. And this is just I'm just trying to reach a consensus. Mr. McGee said last week, a compromise. I'm still of the opinion that we go from 1.3 to 500,000. It's just too big of a take back.
That's crazy.
So, especially in the second year of operation. So, my motion is that we use 70% of the figure of this forecast, and that'd be the operating budget for Millington Middle Schools this year. The figure is what, Mr. Trustee?
$936,600.
And that gets us to 70%. It is a
That's
compromise.
70% of $1,463,099.
That's my motion. It's not done well. That's the motion.
And that doesn't include the amendment that we've already approved to pay the cost of the building.
Mr. McGee, I would be willing to add that. I would be willing to add that.
It's already there. It's already done.
So you're saying 936.6 total, that includes the two?
Well, I would be willing to, for the sake of consensus and reaching it, I'd be willing to
That'd be the
put
total.
that back into the budget. I know it's not what the schools want, but I'm trying to get a few more dollars for the schools.
I know that's right.
I'll second the
I
motion.
want it all.
Motion second.
So we're at 736 now.
Sorry,
The number I gave you was of the current
I still
budget.
say we need to follow also
Projection.
against them because they broke
And
the law.
936,600 was of the budget amount.
So what should it be?
Which one do you want it to be?
The higher one.
All right, hold on. It'd be $1,024,169.
And that leaves, how much is left, what, 30% for the general fund, the city general fund?
The, just under 300,000. And we've got a budget request of $1,415,000 for next year.
Is that an increase of 291?
Currently-
An increase of 291 is high.
Currently, we have 500,000 plus Alderman McGee's amendment to directly to Shelby County Schools. And you're saying you need,
I would be, in the spirit of compromise, the schools may not like it, the 230 be part of that.
No.
What's the,
Leaves an increase of 291.
That's what I said.
Just give us a ring.
Are they following Robert's rules now? Tell you what, they're dumb.
What about the 300,000 prior year?
Right.
63,731.
It's actually about 280.
Difference of 63,731.
Of what?
Who voted these
What's the
idiots?
difference?
I got 293,950.
Citizens,
293,950. Is the amount you get.
So it'd be 793,000. The city pays the 230.
Yeah. We're still gonna pay.
Is that the right number?
Yeah, 793,950. Taking about like
We're still paying the 230.
We should get off that 230.
That gets us back there. And at least what for the city still.
I know. They're here. I don't want you there. I know.
The increase, 793,950.
Correct.
We're looking for an increase from 500 to 793,950.
yes,
So he'd tell me.
that is, as I understand it, it's $1,000.
so the amount for schools will now be what?
793,950.
No.
In addition to the,
And then the
$230,000.
city would still pay the 230,219. That's the way I understand the motion.
That's what I've got. What you got? Motion made, seconded. Any other discussion?
I'll just point out again that the vote, basically, the referendum was for all the city sales tax to go to the schools, not just part of it. I appreciate it.
I'm just trying to get some more for the schools if we can. I understand, you understand where I'm at as well.
Call the question, roll call.
For what? What are we voting on?
May I ask one thing for the board to consider?
No, sir, not right now. We're
Voting on the amendment.
voting on the amendment.
Mr. Hawkins?
Aye.
Mr. Dakin?
Aye.
Mr. Dagan? Mr. McGee?
No.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
come on, Chris.
Can't be that hard, Chris. Not rocket science.
Oh,
Mr. Caruthers?
No,
What he said?
No.
No, that's the best way to vote, no,
Okay, motion fails. Next item is
because it wasn't funding the schools.
vote on the ordinance of 2015-10, FY16.
Call the question.
Call the question, second.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Dagan?
are you voting on? We don't know. I don't hear Mom.
Mr. McGee,
Aye.
Mr. Ford, Mr. Caruthers,
No.
Ms. Hudson,
Aye.
Mr. Hawkins,
No.
Mr. Dakin.
Okay, motion passes. Next item is public hearing for ordinance 2015